Good morning, student. In the continuous series of chemical kinetics, today I started new topic of this chapter, which is pseudo first order reactions. Now all of you try to understand what is pseudo first order reactions. In general, when the order of reactions and molecularity of reactions are not equal, or they have different value, are known as pseudo first order reactions. That means reactions behaving the first order because of the certain altered conditions are known as pseudo first order reactions. In that kind of reactions, one reactants are in excess amount, so their concentrations are not considered for the order of reactions, but they shows the molecularity. Such kind of reactions are known as pseudo first order reactions. For example, hydrolysis of ester. In the hydrolysis of ester, the amount of water are in excess. So in this case, order doesn't depends upon the water. It only depends upon the ester's molecule. Hence, order will be the one, but the molecularity of reaction will be two, because two molecules are participate or engaged in the chemical reactions. So these kind of reactions are known as pseudo first order reactions. So please note it down the definition first. The reactions which are not actually first order but behave as a first order, so due to altered conditions, they are not first order but they shows like a first order because of the altered conditions, are known as pseudo first order reactions. In such a reactions between two substances, one reactant is present in large or excess amount. Now all of you see examples. Hydrolysis of ester. Hydrolysis of ester, C2H, CH3, COO, C2H5 liquid plus H2O liquid, H plus forms CH3 COOH liquid plus H plus C2H5 OH liquid. Note it down. Now in this case, water in excess amount. Water in excess amount. Therefore, rate is equal to K CH3 COO C2H5. It not depends upon the water. Hence, order of reactions is equal to 1. Molecularity of reactions two. Therefore, it is considered as pseudo first order reactions. Hoping that all of you understand. Now, student, another topic which is integrated rate law expression for first order. Consider the first order reactions in which reacting forms a product. So the differential rate law expression will be minus B concentrations of R by dt proportional to R concentrations of reactant. To replace the proportional mark, we put a sign K, dk constant or disintegration constant or rate constant. Now we separate concentration and time. So we put R is equal to K dt. Now when initial time is t is equal to 0, then in this condition R is considered as R naught. After putting time t, left concentration is represented by RT. Now integrate the equation, lower limit R naught and upper limit is RT. Then minus dr by R is equal to K. Now time is also integrated between 0 to t is equal to dt. Please note it down. Now on integration, lower limit R naught RT is equal to KT ln. Now ln minus ln RT plus ln R naught is equal to KT. So ln R naught by RT is equal to KT. Therefore, if ln is converted into log, then K is equal to 2.303 small t log R naught by RT. Please remember all the times. Here K is the rate constant or decay constant or disintegration constant. Integration constant. T is the time taken for disintegration. Time taken for disintegration or decomposition. Disintegration. R naught is the initial concentration or initial amount. This is the amount left or concentration left after time t. This is very important. Left after time t. This is very important formula. By using this formula, you can solve number of numericals of your textbook, hoping that all of you understand. Now K is equal to 2.003 by small t log A by A minus x. This formula is also used. A is the initial amount, x is the amount decomposed or disintegrated. So you also use this formula. Or if for a gaseous decomposition or for gaseous reactions, K is equal to 2.003 small t log PO by PT. For gaseous reaction, there is a partial pressure. Here we use partial pressure. Okay. It is also modified as, for the decomposition, T log Pi 2Pi minus Pt. This is another important formula. Pi is the initial partial pressure. Pt is the partial pressure at any time t. Please note down this. This is very important. Hoping that all of you understand. Please note it down. Now all of you try to understand graphical relationship between ln R versus t. There is a intercept graph. Intercept giving the value of ln R naught and slope giving the value of k divided by 2.303 or k is equal to minus slope. Sometime question is asking, graph is given. In question asked about the k is equal to what? So k is equal to minus log. Similarly, log R0 by RT, R0 divided by RT and time. There is a straight line graph is obtained, and here slope is equal to k by 2.303, or k is equal to same minus plus, sorry, slope is equal to k 2.303. Okay, understand. Next topic, calculation of half-life period. Half-life period, what is half-life period? Please try to understand. Half-life period of a substance. Half-life period of a substance. Substance is the time required to disintegrate. Time required to disintegrate just half of the initial amount is known as half-life period, and it is represented by T half. Half-life period T half. So when T is equal to when T is equal to 0, then R is equal to R0. After time T half, then R is equal to R0 by 2. Now put the value. K is equal to 2.303 by small t log R0 by RT. If after T half, K is equal to 2.303 by T half equals to, into log R0 by 2. R0 cancel. Then K is equal to 2.303 small t1 by 2 into log 2. Therefore, K is equal to 2.303, log 2 is equal to 0.301 by t half. Therefore, K is equal to 0.693 by t half. This is the relationship. Finally, K is equal to 0.693 by t half. Therefore, t half is equal to 0.693 by k. Please, this is a very important relationship between rate constant and half-life period of a first order reactions.